welcome to another Teacher's Corner playthrough. I'm Teacher Kirby, and today we're going to play through Surface Tension. We just finished Fluidic Destruction, which had us visiting the Undine battle zone. So now Admiral Tuvok hails, and I'm not sure where the voice is with this, but I shall do my best. Recent events have underscored the threat posed by the Undine, the native species of fluidic space. These aliens have infiltrated galactic powers, including the Federation, by using their shape-shifting and telepathic abilities. In an attempt to form a united front against this threat, I have called for a summit to discuss the means by which the various governments of the Alpha and Beta quadrants can detect and neutralize the Undine presence. The location for the talks will be the Janolan Dyson Sphere. Control of this site is currently under dispute by the Federation, the Klingon Empire, and the Romulan Republic. However, I believe that access to the sphere should be a secondary concern to that of the threat of the Undine. Your experiences in the field may prove to provide a valuable perspective, as well as moderating influence. Please attend as a representative of the Federation. This mission can only be completed as a single player. Go to the gateway near the Jarrett system in the Beta Quadrant and travel to the Janolan Dyson Sphere to attend a conference about the threat posed by Species 8472, also known as the Undine. And for our trouble, we'll get a few experience points, some expertise, some Undine marks, and some dilithium ore, as well as a choice between a trait, 2 traits, or a few kits. Alright, or a console counter command multi-conduit energy relay. And we'll talk about more of that when the mission is over. I'm going to accept, and we'll transwarp to the beginning of Surface Tension. And just to make sure, because I've noticed lately when I go to do things, yeah, some of my traits are missing after things like that. So, wow. Let's go and put back some of our traits here. Wow, we have Vicious, Sniper, okay, Berserker, Ironsides, Bombardier, Adrenal Release, alright. And let's see what else we can put in here. Rifle training definitely should be in there, as well as soldier for a ranged weapon, and what else was I? Okay. And there. For some extra crit chance. Now, personal space traits. Wow, I'm just really surprised that has come off. Alright, so not putting that on yet. Beam training. We had on fleet coordinator. We had on, okay, I know we had on Thrill Seeker. I believe we had on Operative. There we go. Alright, Now that we've got everything back, I swear I don't know what it is that does that, but I am glad I checked. Alright, because once you're in a mission, of course, you cannot double check your things. Okay. There's the Dyson Gateway. Now we can use this now to get both the Solanae, or we can begin surface tension. There we go, we are beginning surface tension. Here's our loading screen. Yay! Oh, that is really low.
We have to consider the Borg, the Undine, and the Romulans, as well as the Klingons.
I see now my deception has been exposed.
I don't know why the voices are so low on this.
Starfleet has lost too many ships.
Starfleet has too many ships.
To a fight we now know was caused by Iconian and Undine influence.
Is that
An Iconian gateway? Yes, I believe it is.
Alright.
Now!
Are all those markers Iconian gateways?
Sir, we've been scanning the gateway. On the bridge are all showing an Omega.
I'm gonna board this mission and see if I can replay it with a louder volume.
A spherical structure.
Let's see if we can do that. We'll abort. Alright, let's try that again. We'll go out and adjust our volume a bit. I wonder, let me see. This is going to get quite loud in some areas, but let's just see if we can get everything. Yowza! I'm wondering if its video volume's up 100. Alright, let's see if that works.
Last time on Star
Yay!
Trek Online.
We are fighting a war on multiple fronts. We have to consider the Borg, the Undine, and the Romulans, as well as the Klingons.
I see now my deception has been exposed. Starfleet has lost too many ships and too many good men and women to a fight we now know was caused by Iconian and Undine influence.
Is that
An Iconian gateway? Yes, I believe it is.
Into the gateway! Now!
Are all those markers Iconian gateways?
Sir, we've been scanning the gateway. The monitors on the bridge are all showing an Omega.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. We are within the Solanae Dyson sphere, a spherical structure built around a star.
We now know why the sphere generates vast amounts of omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space.
It now appears that the Jenolan sphere had the same jump capabilities as the Solanae and moved to this location.
You're not Cooper.
We will repel the Undine and survive to warn the Alpha Quadrant of the renewed threat. The Undine are a threat to us all. I propose a summit. We must decide together what we must do to protect the Alpha Quadrant. Our disputes may need to be put aside in the face of a greater enemy.
And now, the continuation.
$24.10. Oh my goodness. Alright. Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. I will admit that I did not expect to be here with Voyager again. It is agreeable.
Thank you for agreeing to attend this conference and supporting my position on the Undine. However, reaching a consensus today will be difficult. Many different agendas will be represented here today. I will speak to you in person shortly. Tuvok out.
Welcome to the Janolan Dyson Sphere. Please beam down to these coordinates.
Alright, and now let's get our volume back to normal. Alright, and we had it at, I think it was 15, something like that. There we go. Alright, that should hopefully put us back where we were. I'll put that at 7. There we go. Alright, we should now be able to hear the music as a nice little background with, now that we have heard our things. Okay, so now we speak to Captain John.
Good to see you. I'd say you're right on time, but it looks like everyone else wants to be fashionably late. We're still finishing preparations for the conference, and Admiral Tuvok is already there. The Klingon and Romulan delegates will arrive soon, so we should head inside as soon as you're ready.
Follow Captain Sean to the conference site. Lead on, Captain. And of course, this is one of those, if we know where we're going, we can simply sprint ahead, which if we follow, there we go, and we follow to Tuvok.
Thank you for joining us here. We need assistance with preparations for the conference. The Romulan and Klingon delegations are still in private deliberations, but other delegates are arriving. Several preliminary tasks remain before we can begin the presentation. Your support in this matter would be appreciated.
Help complete the final preparations for the conference. The tasks that need to be done will appear in your mission tracker. So, as we can see, they appear right here. On the right hand side, set up security, call security team, and stop argument. There we go. And so we have post security at the projector. So we're going to go talk to them.
Where do you want me posted, sir?
We're going to post one at each location.
Where do you want me posted, sir?
And there we go. And the last one.
Where do you want me posted, sir?
There we go. So we posted one at each. Post security at Klingon, post security at Romulan. Okay. And now we must go to, there we go. Now we must stop an argument. Let's find the argument. There's the argument between the Bajoran and the Cardassian delegate. There we go.
This Cardassian thug is trying to push Bajor out of this conference. We have as much of a right to be represented here as any other world, more than the Cardassians. They're not even part of the Federation or the Klingon Empire.
Please remain calm. What's the basis of this dispute?
I simply pointed out that as a Federation member world, Bajor has no need to send an independent diplomat to this conference. After all, Bajor has no separate planetary interests that would require their attendance here. The Federation speaks for them.
Now I have two choices. That's an unfair characterization. The Bajorans have had a gateway to the Gamma Quadrant in their space for decades. We value their experience and their opinion. Or that may be so, but I'm sure we can find an equitable solution for everyone. I would say the first one.
I wouldn't exactly say that the state of Bajor inspires much confidence. After all, it is a Cardassian space station that the Federation uses to police the wormhole. Even so, the state of security at the wormhole is far from ideal. The Dominion has taken control twice now, hasn't it?
Now we have, this is a distraction from the larger issue. At hand, the problems represented here are larger than a single world or a single wormhole, or Cardassian protection of Bajor was not exactly trouble-free either, so I'll go with that one.
I am appalled. The Detapa Council has made great strides to improve our relations with neighboring systems, especially with Bajor. My original point remains that Bajor, as a Federation world, does not need separate representation at this conference. I am disturbed. A simple conversation has turned into accusations of Cardassian malfeasance. We are here for a peaceful solution, after all.
My apologies. I am simply looking for a context in which to place this negotiation. Negotiation, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Over security and mutual interest.
I wouldn't exactly say that the state of Bajor inspires much confidence. After all, it is
We're back, so here we go.
The Federation has never made a policy of preventing member worlds from overseeing their own interests in conjunction with Federation efforts. Or is Bajor going to be treated differently than other member worlds?
Okay. Now, so we can't have an open and honest conference unless all parties are willing to engage in meaningful dialogue without shutting out members of the galactic community. Neither Bajor nor Cardassia should be excluded. Or, let's see, I'm sure that the Cardassian delegates' comments could be overlooked. Let's do that.
Well, since you put it that way, I suppose I'll just take my seat.
Yay! We have the preliminary tasks are complete. You should speak with Admiral Tuvok again. So we have stopped the argument. And of course nobody moves anywhere. But let's go find Tuvok. There he is. Talk to Tuvok.
Thank you for your assistance. Please take the opportunity to speak with the various delegates. Having an understanding of the positions of each representative will facilitate more effective negotiations.
Speak to the Federation and Klingon ambassadors and the Romulan Republic proconsul. Alright, so let's go around and find each one. There we go. This is Ambassador Suyara.
The Federation's position is quite clear. We believe the only way to safeguard the future of the Alpha and Beta quadrants is for all of the galactic powers to behave as reasonable entities and work together to oppose those who would threaten our worlds. It doesn't matter if that threat comes from the Undine, the Borg, or the Iconians. The response is the same.
That was unexpectedly brief. Thank you, Ambassador. Alright, I'm going to ignore the fact that there's a Xindi delegate there. Of course, you can speak with them if you wish. However, I'm going to progress the mission. There we go.
I sincerely hope that the Federation is not wasting our time here. If your presentation is to explain the threat posed by the Undine, let me spare you the effort. The Klingon Empire has been aware of this threat for quite some time now.
Thank you, Ambassador. And speak with Jatan. Where is Jatan? Daton's over here. There he is. Okay, and the Zindi delegate is, of course, optional.
Thank you for the invitation. Starfleet certainly knows how to organize their meetings on a grand scale. I trust that the Republic will be able to take a leadership role in studying this sphere. The extensive knowledge we've gained from the Solanae sphere should give us an advantage here. And, after all, the gateway that leads to both of these spheres is in Republic space.
That's not the only thing we need to decide here. What about the Undine?
Yes, the Undine. Very interesting. My security advisors have been looking over the data, and we are all very curious to hear what you and Admiral Tuvok have to say on the matter.
Thank you for attending, Proconsul. Please take a position at the podium. Alright, so we're not going to speak to the Zindi delegate, but we are going to return to Tuvok. Return to Tuvok. There's Tuvok. Tuvok.
We are almost ready to begin. Will you complete the final preparations for the conference while I speak to Captain Sean? After that, your assistance in encouraging everyone to take their seats would be appreciated.
Use the console to reconfigure the room and then direct delegates to their seats. Understood. I'll finish the preparations and then direct people to their seat. When did Starfleet admirals become ushers? AV aides and ushers. Alright, we're reconfiguring the room. And now we go around and encourage everybody to go to their seat.
Yes, yes, I'm going.
Thank you for taking your seat. Basically, we're going, sit down and be quiet.
I was just going. Don't rush me.
Thank you for taking your seat.
Huh. Yes, I will take my seat.
Thank you for taking your seat. And last one.
I suppose we can begin.
Thank you for taking your seat. Begin presentation. Just walk right through Tuvok. Okay. And another movie or cutscene. Here we go.
The Undine represent a clear and present danger to not only the Federation, but also the Klingon Empire and Romulan Republic. The damage done here by a mere handful of ships is clear evidence for the need for cooperation.
With respect, Admiral, the Romulan Republic is quite capable of leading exploration and security measures here, just as we have led efforts to secure the Solanae sphere. My militia...
I find it interesting that the Federation suddenly has concerns about the Undine now. Where was the Federation when the Empire discovered Undine infiltrators in the Alpha Quadrant? Or is the Federation only interested now the Undine threatens something you want?
Given the exceptionally complicated nature of such
Ambassador, given what we now know, that was a mistake. The Empire recognized the Undine threat years ago. We didn't.
You admit you are wrong?
The evidence provided by Admiral Tuvok and his team is sound.
Thank you, Captain Sean. However, dwelling on past mistakes will not solve the problems of the present.
Our fleet stands ready to protect both spheres from the Undine.
The Undine can wait. We have more important business to discuss. Who owns this sphere? I represent a consortium of businessmen on Ferenginar. We are prepared to invest significant venture capital into transforming this sphere into a vacation destination to rival Risa. I have a proposal of 500,000 bars of... What's that?
Tuvok to Voyager. Report.
A massive fleet of Undine vessels just appeared from a rift. They're setting a course for the gateway.
The Undine? What do they want?
Unknown. Direct to Lisette. Track their course.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. We're receiving a distress signal from Earth Space Dock.
Sean to Federation Fleet. Red alert. Prepare for immediate departure.
The Federation is our enemy, but the Undine attack like assassins in the night.
We will crush the Kamikuv!
The Kamikuv.
A significant Undine force is headed for the Sol system. We must stop the Undine from breaching Earth's defenses.
Beam up and follow the Undine fleet to Earth. Here we go. This was a pretty ambitious episode.
Once we are through the gateway, we must render assistance as soon as possible.
This was an ambitious episode when it first came out. I remember being very intrigued. Oh no! Earth Space Dock!
I am picking up several distress calls from across the system. Curious. There are fewer Undine vessels than we witnessed using the gateway.
Clear the area of Undine ships. Any word from Starfleet Command?
Negative. The subspace relay booster network appears to be offline. I am reading Undine ships attacking Earth Space Dock, as well as attacks on the lunar colonies and the orbital habitat on the far side of Earth.
We need to split our forces if we're going to stop the Undine in multiple locations.
Agreed. Enterprise will clear the area around the lunar colonies.
Understood. We'll head toward Earth Space Dock.
Fine. Jirok and I will clear the far side of the planet.
Good hunting. Alright, and
Enterprise
here
will set course for Luna.
we go. There goes the Enterprise. And there goes the other.
The fight on the far side of Earth.
And it's up to us to clear this area. We'll call in our fleet support. Yay! Alright. And now we've cleared that area, move forward.
Earth Space Dock is taking severe structural damage.
Oh no, ESD! Boy, that knockback is sick. Go. Get the feeling our FX is a little lower than it used to be.
Earth's space dock may be destroyed.
Oh no, the bottom part of EST is... And there we go. Killing everything in sight. Boom. Alright. Now we move along to the last. Make sure you remember to send your aid to the Allied Task Force each time.
Tethys Dreadnought, inbound.
Ruh-roh. Being pulled back. There we go. We have defeated everything. We can now take our items and then hail
Any ships still in
our
range?
space dock.
There are Undine hunting parties on Earth's space dock. We're fighting them, but comms are spotty. I was lucky to get an external signal working. We need any assistance you can spare.
What happened? Where's the rest of the fleet?
There are Undine ships attacking key sites across the quadrant. Our ships are responding to everything they can, but we're stretched thin. When the Undine arrived here, they damaged every ship in the system, hit the orbital platforms, and then most of them just left. Automated defense systems are offline, and we're struggling just to keep control of the station.
We'll render what assistance we can.
I've received orders from New Romulus. In light of this situation, the Lisette is being recalled to defend the homeworld. I will contact you if there is any change.
Understood. Admiral Tuvok, recommendations?
The boarding parties on Earth's space dock should be our main concern. The Undine will be attempting to cripple Starfleet operations, gain valuable data, and capture ranking officers. We cannot afford to allow them to succeed. I am prepared to beam down immediately. Your assistance will greatly improve our chances of success.
Transport to Earth's space dock. Beam down. It is important to note, even if you are a KDF or a Romulan playing this mission, it is the same series of events. So KDF gets to go to EST.
Severe damage from multiple Undine boarding parties. We must locate Admiral Quinn. The most expedient path to the Admiral's office is through those doors. Our mission objectives are clear. We must ascertain the whereabouts of Admiral Quinn and expel all Undine boarders. Teams from other ships, including some Klingon and Romulan vessels, have beamed to lower decks here on the station. While their willingness to assist us is unexpected, their desire to see this enemy stopped is gratifying.
Yay, look at Admiral Quinn and defeat Undine invaders. I can see an Undine invader right next. But it's passive. That's interesting. Try Try to open bulkhead door. There shouldn't be any Undine in this room. You hear someone crying nearby. They need help. Or they don't become very interesting.
Everything hurts. What? Who? Admiral Tuvok.
What happened here?
I don't... What? The windows. They came through the windows, walking on the hull. I don't know. After the Klingon and Borg attacks during my cadet cruise, I thought working at Earth Space Dock would be less traumatic.
He seems very rattled, Admiral. Admiral, what can we do?
Indeed. I can initiate a mind meld. It will calm him, and I will be able to learn what he knows about the attack. This is not normally something I would suggest, but I believe that in this instance it is necessary.
Do what you need to do. I'll keep watch. Alright, now this is where...
to your mind. My thoughts to your thoughts.
Undine should become active. Interesting, okay.
I'm feeling better now. Thank you. The Undine, yes. They just appeared in close orbit. We were taken by surprise and none of the defense systems worked. I don't know why. They've been killing people. I don't know what they want, but they've been systematic about their attacks. They want something.
Come with us. We'll get you through this together.
There is more going on with these boarding parties than mere phaser fire. There are more Starfleet officers fighting nearby.
More survivors?
We need to manually activate the fire suppression systems.
I think I see the correct panel for the fire extinguishers. And there it is, right there. Fire suppression. Manually activate fire suppression. Be cautious, there are more Undine nearby. Alright, and now... I don't know why these are passive. But we have to go through this way. And here we go. Whoa, there's a big guy. Haha, gotcha. Alright, we're not going to be able to kill him till we talk to the end.
Admiral Tuvok, I'm gonna help hold this position. I'm not much of a soldier, but I can make repairs and help keep this area clear of Undine. I hope Admiral Quinn is okay. Admiral Tuvok?
There we go, let's try this again.
Admiral Tuvok, I'm gonna help hold this position. I'm not much of a soldier, but I can make repairs and help keep this area clear of Undine. I hope Admiral Quinn is okay. He was on comms a few minutes ago, but the transmission was cut off.
We'll find Admiral Quinn. Stay safe. Alright, now that Undine should be killable, it's gone. Alright. And we're heading... let's go get our crafting mats. We see... Scan trionium gas. And... There we go. And we have the option to view extensive damage.
The damage is extensive, but we will rebuild. First, however, we must drive species 8472 back to fluidic space.
That's a lot of damage to ESD. Alright, here we go. Another, I don't know what all these passive Undine are doing. But that's okay. We're just gonna do them. Ooh, okay. Help Admiral Quinn. Thank you, Scotty. He's not Admiral Quinn. Get him. There's more Undine. Get him. Get him. Get him. And then, of course, the passive ones. And there's one more. Sultan of Stun. Alright. And now we speak with Tuvok.
The shape-shifting nature of species 8472 makes them a dangerous foe. We will have to proceed with caution to avoid being caught unaware again. Clearly, Admiral Quinn is not here. He may be still alive elsewhere on the station. The logical course of action amid so much chaos will be to re-establish the chain of command.
I'm open to suggestions. How should we proceed?
Perhaps we can establish more reliable communications by directly linking to the Starbase's internal systems. The consoles here can be used for that purpose. Make the attempt. I will keep watch for more Undine.
Use the console to access internal communications. Understood. I'll link to internal comms.
Who is this? Communications are damaged. One moment. This is Admiral Quinn.
How do we know you're the real Admiral Quinn?
I suppose that's a valid question. You reported to me after the attack on Vega Colony. I took a chance on promoting you. I see now it was the right one. Admiral Tuvok, we spoke briefly about your mission right before you reported back to Voyager. You mentioned your wife and said it was fortunate you had time to visit Vulcan to see T'Pel before the conference.
I believe you, Admiral.
Admiral, what is your status?
I'm pinned down in my office with Egan. We've been trying to get internal comms and sensors working. What's your status?
Not good. We have a lot of casualties.
The Undine boarding parties appear to have some goal in mind, but we are unsure as to what it might be. Admiral, I suggest you hold your position. We will make our way to you.
We'll be there soon, Admiral. Alright, so stay alert for more imposters. And here we go. Alright, and we unseal the door. There we go. Boy, they just keep coming, don't they? we go. And now we have to find Admiral Quinn by his office. So, the way is blocked. There may be an alternate route. This is the alternate route up here. Now we're going to do it this way. This is a much easier way, less dangerous than going actually down there. So, because we are sniping from above. Alright, and down we go. Talk to Admiral Quinn. Quinn is dazed, but he does not appear to be critically injured. Hang in there, Admiral. More Undine! Let's get a little extra damage. There we go. Boy, Tuvok's being a badass, ain't he? He's just going out there smacking him in the face. Like, wow.
Thank you. Now, maybe we should... Commander Egan!
Egg? Uh-oh.
Egg? Where are you going?
One moment, Admiral.
Intriguing. The amount of resistance Starfleet has offered is unexpected. That being said...
The weak will perish. And you are weak.
Now, this is going to be... Egan's going to form a...
He is tapping into the bioship's power
Yep.
matrix.
Now, the way you get rid of him, get rid of that, is kill all his scouts. Okay. There's nothing we can do about tapping into the matrix, but it will eventually dissipate and we'll be able to kill him. And there we go. After him again. There we go. Crack an egg. The egg has been cracked. You want to be careful because the... See how the ground was lighting up? That does do damage to you.
Egan was an Undine? That would explain what happened to our defense grid. He would have known they were coming, and had ample opportunity to sabotage us. Damn, I didn't see that coming.
What are your orders, Admiral?
Egan. It's hard to believe. He attacked me mentally, led everyone into a trap. I couldn't stop him. We have much to consider. There may be... Tuvok! What's going on? Tuvok! Can you hear me? Tuvok!
Tuvok! Hello, Tuvok. dragon was too weak. He spent too much time among humans. He served his purpose, and you will be far too late.
Too late for what?
Your quadrant will fall. The weak will perish. This dimension will be cleansed, purified of infestation. Your efforts are meaningless. I know your thoughts, Tuvok.
Indeed, Doctor. But I have taken advantage of this connection to look into your mind as well.
What?
I understand now what your plans are. You will not succeed.
You can't stop us. Tuvok! Tuvok!
Admiral Tuvok! Admiral!
Diversion. This was all a diversion.
What do you mean?
Kronos. Their real target is Kronos.
Captain Corin.
Come. Kronos may not have much time. The Federation and the Empire have been at war for far too long. Now we must join together for the common good.
Return to your ship and set course for Kronos. Teacher's Corner, 1 to beam up. Lay in a course for Kronos. Maximum warp.
We have arrived in the Kronos system. At this time, the ruins of Praxis are concealing our arrival from the Undine. The Klingon homeworld defense fleet has engaged the bulk of the Undine forces, but they appear to be taking heavy casualties.
Just 2 Federation ships? 2? Where is the Enterprise? Where's the rest of your fleet? I knew better than to trust Starfleet. You run when you should fight.
Reinforcements are on their way.
The Romulans have promised additional aid, as has Starfleet Command. The Enterprise is contacting all available ships and...
Words are meaningless. Deeds show the true heart of a warrior. Join me if you are not as cowardly as the rest of the Federation. Today is a good day to die.
We're here to fight. More ships are on their way. And here it There we go. And next area.
The Romulan Republic has made commitments to its allies. We are here to honor them.
Yay, the list set. And there goes my dog. Jumping up behind me. Alright, here we go. Let's help the Lisette.
are at a distinct tactical disadvantage.
Ruh-roh.
Think of it as an increase in your opportunities to die with honor.
I love that line. An increase in your opportunities to die with honor. Spoken like a true Klingon.
My apologies for being late.
Just one more ship?
Not exactly. We brought a few friends.
They brought a few friends. Yay! Let's gravel these suckers up. Fire faster! Tethys Bio Dreadnought gone. And the other Tethys Bio Dreadnought heavily damaged. And let's get in range. And advance toward the shipyard. Here we go. The big fight. Oops, too far. Yeah, didn't mean to go that far in. Ruh-roh. Some bigs coming through. That is a planet killer.
What is that thing?
The Undine have brought a large craft through a quantum singularity.
They're powering up weapons.
Oh no.
The
Undine have a new planet killer.
Target that ship and fire all weapons.
No effect. They're too strong.
Voyager has one nanite torpedo remaining from her time in the Delta Quadrant. Such devices proved effective against the Undine in the past. Tactical. Fire when ready.
They took some damage, but the planet killer can still fire. I can get the Aquarius into firing position above her and exploit the opening in her shields, but someone will need to keep the Undine distracted.
Guess who that someone is? Oops, we died. Okay. Respawn, and here we are. We are the someone. Cover Sean's assault. And that means there we go. Had to fly to the right area. Okay. He's going in.
Weapons are offline. This is our only chance. Setting the Aquarius on a collision course.
Acknowledged. Do we have Sean's coordinates?
Is he standing on the chair? That's an interesting visual glitch.
He did it, sir. The planet killer has been destroyed.
Tuvok to Allied fleet. Stand down. The Undine are retreating.
Looks like I didn't have to do the trench run.
Captain Sean.
Transporter room. Did you get him?
We have
Captain Sean to Admiral Tuvok. Permission to come aboard?
Alright, well, looks like I didn't have to do the trench run because I had died right before.
Klingon High Council wishes to discuss the most recent developments. We have been invited to transport directly to the High Council chambers.
Meet with the Klingon High Council. Beam to Kronos. Alright, so now we need to talk to a few people. And
There are many here who have seen the danger Species 8472 presents with their own eyes for the first time. Thank you for your assistance in protecting both Earth and Kronos from the Undine. However terrible, this battle did have one benefit. Today's fight opened the door to what may be a lasting peace between the Federation and the Empire. Now we must have the courage to compromise for the greater good. In its way, that can be more difficult than waging war. The formalities will begin soon. Until then, I must take the time to speak to others who were instrumental in the success of this mission.
we face great threats, but we will also celebrate great victories. Alright, and furthermore, we have to talk to others. Now, the best way, okay, talk to others, toast to victory, dance with others, use party devices. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, and one of the biggest things we can toast to victory. This will give us 17% on our celebration. We celebration dance. Woohoo! Let's dance to the robot. And that gives us quite a bit. You notice we went from 17 to 42%. And now we can talk to a few others. Let's talk to Admiral Quinn.
A true peace may not be on the table yet, but I hope we can at least broker a lasting armistice. But first, we celebrate today. Earth and Kronos are safe.
Thank you, Admiral. Now we're up over 50%.
That was a close one, but I'm fortunate Voyager transported me off the ship at the last second. It would have been a worthy sacrifice. Kronos is too important to lose.
I'm glad you're still here, Captain. Can we celebrate the dance again? No, we can't do the dance. I couldn't remember if we could or not.
My people have respected the Federation ever since our first encounter with your famed Captain Kirk. I have advised Chancellor Jimpok that the Gorns support the idea of a ceasefire. Perhaps this will lead to greater freedom for all of us.
And thank you, Ambassador. And now let's go talk to, we're at 78%. Let's talk to Worf.
I served in Starfleet, and now I serve the Empire. There are many on both sides of the current conflict for whom I have deep respect. I see this as an opportunity. We may find we have more in common than we realize.
I agree, Ambassador. And let's talk to Corinne.
You have shown your true nature today. Worf was correct. There is honor in the Federation. The conflict between us has gone on long enough. Now we should turn our blades toward the real enemy. I remember you from the Gateway activation. You fought well today. May our meetings on the battlefield always be as glorious.
Thank you, Captain. Alright, now our job is to speak with Chancellor Jimpok, who is right here.
You fought well for someone from Starfleet.
Thank you. Yay, they face each other.
Many fine warriors have earned their places in Stovacor today. They died with honor, fighting one of our most formidable enemies. The Undine brought the battle to our very threshold. The fine warriors standing before me pushed them back. Let us honor our sacrifices and our accomplishments by ending
So, you are the heroes of the Milky Way. You have come further than we expected. But still you chase our shadows.
We are not here to impress you, demon! We stand united, and there is no one who can...
We give you a single warning to not attract our attention again.
What was that?
That was the reason we need to work together. It's time for our feud to end.
Agreed. From this day forward, all hostilities between the Empire and the Federation will cease.
The Iconians use servitor races and other species to do their fighting for them. Species 8472 has been an unknowing cat's paw of the Iconians for some time. This time, however, the Undine were defeated, and it was our combined strength that allowed us to prevail. Thousands of years ago, the Iconians were defeated by an alliance of races. I predict their ultimate aim has been to prevent such an alliance from happening again.
But the conflict between the Federation and the Empire is over.
There have been periods in our combined history when the Federation and the Empire have not been at war, but they have not been allies either. This may be the beginning of such a time. It will be up to us to determine what happens next. With time, we may even restore the alliance that came out of the Khitomer Accords.
What happens now?
Voyager will return to the Delta Quadrant. There is much to do there, and the Jenolan Sphere will need to be protected from further Undine assaults. I am sure I will see you again. You have been a worthy ally, and your wisdom and courage will be called upon in the days ahead. Until then, live long and prosper.
Until next time, Admiral. Teacher's Corner. One to beam up. Alright, and there we go. We're beaming up to our ship. Yay! And now we turn in surface tension. Your service has, quite literally, saved the quadrant as we know it. Both Earth and Kronos will rebuild in the wake of these terrible attacks, and a new day dawns for the Federation. One where we may someday re-establish the once strong alliance we had with the Klingon Empire. Starfleet and I can't thank you enough. If I didn't know better, I'd say you're angling for my job. In the meantime, though, it's clear that the Iconians and the Undine are not waiting for us to act. Oops. Go too far. I think our galaxy just got a whole lot smaller. And so we get our Undine marks. I'm going to choose the Tactical Counter Command Multi-Conduit Energy Relay. The reason is I may decide to turn this into a science-heavy build with all the boosts to science and whatnot later. So this does a couple things. Okay, so first it gives an innate bonus to phaser and disruptor damage. Okay, but which is, when you look at the different categories, which is a really tough thing to explain, but basically, even though it says it's a smaller bonus, it ends up being about the same as a tactical console, although this does lack the critical chance component. However, the big thing here for science builds is the 26.2 radiation damage. This boosts things like the theta radiation from the particle emission plasma torpedo and other sources of radiation like the radiation from the neutronic torpedo and things like that. Okay, so also it's part of the set, part of the Counter Command Ordnance set, which includes the enhanced biomolecular photon torpedo and the heavy biomolecular disruptor turret. So if you're wanting to complete the set, you are going to need this console. But this is excellent for science builds it also increases the radiation from the secondary deflectors. Alright, so that is surface tension. Join us next time, or join me next time for escalation. See you there.